Where it is, it's your boy Burly. Coffee and Mary Jane, baby. Sip coffee. Make sure you got your coffee. That's a good brew right there. That is a real good brew. Hold on one second. Yes. Salute to everybody in the chat. We is busy. We back. That's right. Today we're going to talk about my YouTube life and YouTube experience. Smash that like button. Share this video. Get this video out. Yeah. Block Boys is back at it. Spider Burly in the building. Salute to Spider Burly. Spider Burly be putting in a lot of work. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. Spider Burly, put your YouTube channel handle up in the chat. Joel Adams in the building. We in the building. We're going to talk about why you ain't seen Mr. Burly a lot. Even why they demonetized my channel. Dink the Professor. Wrench Gang Gang. Wrench Gang Gang in the house. East Flatbush, Brooklyn in the house. Oh, Joe Adams came with the LGD. I got to get more LGD t-shirts made. I got to build up my LGD platform again. Let's go defense. If you don't know what LGD stands for, it stands for Let's Go Defense, baby. Go defense. Go on the defense, man. We need our offense, but go on the defense, people. Salute. Salute to everybody in the chat. We 2 minutes in. We're going to give it another minute to get these notifications out. Got my coffee. I don't know if you can see the steam coming up off of that. Warren Wong, salute. Church, we back in the building. I'm back, people. And we're going to talk about my YouTube experience and why your boy Uncle Burly is one of the most hated martial artists on this platform. That's right, I said it. Most hated. Most hated. We're going to talk about all of the haters. We ain't forgetting. We naming the names. Master Cheese, the boxing scholar. We're going to talk about him coming down to the gym. The Fulio. Him putting up text messages and stuff. I'm telling you, man. These men nowadays, man, they like women. They want your attention so bad, man. You could tell they lack fathers. You could tell they lack fathers. They want a man's attention so bad, they willing to jump out the window with no parachute. They jumping out the 25th floor. They jumping out the window of the 21st floor. No parachute. We gonna talk about it. All right, we have 4 minutes. Let's jump in, my peoples. Now, why is your Uncle Burly one of the most hated martial artists on the YouTube platform? If you didn't notice, you haven't been seeing me post a lot because they've been striking my channel. Yo, these guys are doing work. Like, it's like, you know, it's like a job to these guys to try to get Mr. Burly off of YouTube. But it ain't work. It ain't work. I'm still here. I'm still right here. I'm still right here. Right here, Mr. Burly still is. Right here, Mr. Burly's still here. You know why? Because universally, YouTube needs me. YouTube needs martial artists like me. Because there's a big kung fu hustle going on out there. Bruce Gay's boxing, salute. There's a real big kung fu hustler going on out there. Oh, Spider Burly said, because you working and they hurting. Facts. Yeah, they should do their own thing. See, but that goes to show the emotional content of these men. These men are women, people. Only thing they missing is skirts and blouses. They need to go get them a new skirt and blouse. Go get you a new skirt and blouse. Because you ain't no man. You ain't no man. But not only is it my longevity that hurts them. You know, what we like 15 years in the making? I was down with YouTube when it was the Wild Wild West. It was Wild Wild West out there on the YouTube. You could post videos of guns, all types of crazy stuff. There was no guidelines. The only guidelines was put up some videos. But now they didn't change the guidelines and stuff like that because they getting big money, you know what I'm saying? $1 billion platform, real big money at the top. They don't care about us small people. But not only is it my longevity that makes them mad. Like, how can he be doing this so long? How he ain't fall off yet? You know, no medical problems. I ain't broke nothing. Smash that like button, people. Get them likes up so we can get this video out. Smash that like button. We got 16 people in the chat. Only 8 likes, even though that's half. But we can do better. Smash that like button. It don't cost nothing to smash the like button. But not only is it my longevity, it's my ability to break down real martial arts, meaning real fighting. It's a kung fu hustle going on out there. A lot of these guys are trying to teach you off of techniques and drills. They're trying to give you these techniques like, you catch here, you roll up the arm, you hit them with the back fist, you come with the next back fist, then you come with that. Now, what is your opponent doing all that time while you going through your 18 different moves? That is all false, people. That is not how the fight's gonna go. That is definitely not how the fight's gonna go. You ain't gonna have enough time to do all of these maneuvers. And I know, to the masses, it looks real appealing to the eye to see them block a punch, grab them, fold them up, take them to the ground, elbow them in the head, and all the time, your opponent is doing nothing. He just laying there taking all of this beating. He's just gonna lay there and take this beating. No, that's not what's gonna happen. He fighting back. He helicopter swinging out there, propellers. How you gonna get off that 18-point technique and he out there propeller swinging on you? That propeller swinging can be a problem, people. Propeller swinging can be a problem. See, me, I get out there and I spar. And I show it in real time. Sparring is simulation to the fight. Program said, that's why I stick to basic boxing. That's right. I like how you teach footwork first. That's right. Because the real defense comes from the feet. Your real defense starts at the feet, not in the blocks. You ain't got time to be blocking everything. You don't even know what he's going to throw. But the positioning of your feet can make him throw certain things you want him to do. Bars, I'm teaching you the game. You can position yourself to make a person, to give him less options to throw a certain punch. And then that way you know what block to throw up. Or you see where his punch is. That's why you use that jab. You put that jab out in his face. He comes with the big overhand. He comes with the haymaker. You throw another jab, he comes with the haymaker. So now you know you could probably throw up a crab, catch that, come with the uppercut. But you're not going to just know, unless you're telepathic, and you're Professor X. Unless you're an X-Men and you're Professor X, you're not going to have a chance to read his mind and know what type of punch he's going to be throwing. You got to get him to react. That's what the jab is for. Get him to see what he's going to do. You throw the jab out there, do he run out there and grab you? It's footwork. That's right. That's right. You put that jab out there. Does he rush in and try to grab you? Does he try to kick you? Does he try to hit you with a haymaker? But that's why the defense has to start that's why the defense has to start in your feet and then go upstairs. It's just like building a house. You don't build a house from the roof down. You can't build a house from the roof down. You build a house from the ground up. Same thing with building the fighter. When you build the fighter, you got to build the fighter from the ground up. And that starts at his feet. That starts at the footwork. That starts at making his feet more intelligent. then you can let the hands go. See, when the feet are intelligent, the hands can be the executioners. They can be the executioners of your will, what you're trying to do. Joe Adams, glad you're back. Thank you, man. I met a boxer yesterday. I asked about sparring. He says bad for cholesterol. He must have been fat. He must be somebody like greasy chicken. He like that greasy chicken. What do you mean it's bad? See, but that's what's going on in this martial art world. These men are delusional. There's too many fake teachers out there, people. Be careful. There's too many fake teachers out on this platform trying to bring you information that they haven't even battle tested. They haven't really put into some type of theory, a hypothesis. You know? Nah, a skinny boxer? Oh, Lord, he must have been anorexic. You got these anorexic boxers talking this bad for cholesterol. What? This man is anorexic. But see, me, I breaks all of that. And I tells the truth. You're not going to be able to do these type of moves in a fight. That's why you can see some of these teachers, they're not sparring with it. You don't see them out there catching punches doing 18 moves. So they get mad at me for telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you got people that just don't like me. They don't like me. You know, they've been striking my channel with my reaction videos. They had to go through my reaction videos. I thought it was YouTube at first. I'm getting all of this. We reviewed your video. I'm getting like 5 of these things a day. So I'm like, yo, why is YouTube Pac-Manning on me? Why YouTube coming Pac-Manning on me? But then I had to think, YouTube is a conglomerate. They billion. Why they see me? They don't see me. It's my haters reporting my videos. And guess what? To all my haters, if you're watching, you almost had me. You almost had me. They had me on like 2 strikes, people. They had me on 2 strikes. Greetings. SKXX was what it is, my G. They had me on 2 strikes, but they couldn't pull the trigger. They couldn't pull the lever to get my channel taken. Because if you get 3 strikes, they take your channel. So they went to the community guidelines and started having my reaction videos striked. But then Mr. Burly, of course, because like the way in fighting, I think ahead of the game. I seen the game, I put all my reaction videos on private. Now they can't do nothing. Now they stuck. Where they at? See, they're going to do everything but come to confront Mr. Burly because they don't want these knuckles. I'm giving out knuckle sandwiches. Knuckle sandwiches with no mustard. It's a dry sandwich. You're going to get a dry knuckle sandwich. They don't want that. They don't want that. Even the dude, the boxing scholar, he comes down to the gym at 11 a.m. in the morning or something. They had already told him my hours. They had already told him my hours. But he come down 11 a.m. with a camera, talking crazy, putting up text messages of me calling him Chester Molester. Because he is. Look at his face. He looks like a Chester the Molester. Because see, if he had a woman, he wouldn't have no time for this. But also, he is a young fool. You know, he's young and dumb and full of, because he ain't getting no women. See, when men ain't getting no women, they got all of this time to chase other men. Because they ain't got nothing else to do to fill their time. They ain't got no fighters. They're not fighting. So he come down with his little video, and I'm still in his state. And ain't nobody did nothing to Mr. Burly. It ain't going to happen. See, like I tell him, take a class. You take a class with me, we all spar. You take a class with me, we can spar, do whatever. But you're going to pay your money because it's pay to play. It's pay to play. But these idiots think they should be able to play with you for free. This is how you know they are Chester molesters. This is how you know they Chester molester. They think they supposed to play for free. And there ain't no free playing. It's pay to play. So what do? They try to go strike my channel using my YouTube, using my reaction videos. But they don't know. I put them things on private. It means nothing. It's nothing. Then we had the Russians. The Russians have built a whole website using my videos for copyright strikes. They had me up to like 13 strikes. But I called Jenny from Google, and we got on top of that, and we beat them back. Then there was another guy that reported my channel for some sexual harassment type of thing. YouTube snatches my channel down immediately. I have to get back with YouTube. I see him on another page talking about, isn't it sad that Lyte Burly's lost this channel? And then somebody jumped on there and said, nah, he's back. That's right, I'm back. I'm like a cockroach you can't kill. I'm like that cockroach you just can't stomp out. You can't kill me. They said after they drop a nuke bomb on the planet, only thing left is going to be the cockroaches. Cockroaches is unkillable. I'm Burly the cockroach. Call me Burly the cockroach, because as much as they try to stand, I'll be that defense, they can't stop it. They can't stop it. I'm still here, people. I'm still here. They even got my channel demonetized. But that's okay, because we got online courses. I teach boxing. I have a life outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Money come outside of YouTube. So we ain't even mad at that, because we're going to get that back too. So the message in this is, let your haters do as they will, but you do what you must. Let them do what they will, you do what you must. And as you must be the warrior. You must weather the storm. You must weather the storm. Press 1 for that. You must weather the storm. Yeah, that's why they mad. That's why they mad. Them so mad, they go to sleep thinking about Mr. Burly. I be on their mind, they go to sleep just, I hate Burly. I hate Burly. They sleeping on it. But they can't do nothing about it. They can't do nothing about it. I am a force of nature. Mr. Burly is a force of nature. And you know you can't stop nature. You know nature is undefeated. 2 things that's undefeated: the internet and nature. And I am a force of nature. So I'm here to let all my haters know, if they ain't on this live or if they see this video later, I'm still here. You can't stop me. The only way you're going to stop me, you're going to have to confront me and do something about it. See, I'm going to make you man up. Say it with your chest. I'm going to make you say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Time is undefeated too. Yes. 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 I wrap that up with nature though. Time is definitely undefeated. But say it with your chest. I'm going to make them say it with their chest. Bust a move. Do something. But I got young warriors now ready to go. My young warriors ready to step up in there and prove the Burly name. I done got to the place where I can sit back, make a phone call like the mob. I make one phone call, have a young man come down and tap dance on your face. That's right. So now it's even harder. You know, now it's even harder to do it. Because now I got a young army and they ready to go. They venomous, full of venom, vigor, energy, and the Burly information. And they ready to tap dance on some faces to prove Burlyism. That's right. I got a whole army now. You're talking to a general, 5 stripes. All I'm missing is stripes. You're talking to a general. You're talking to the man that revolutionized 52 blocks. There's not another 52 block man, dead or alive, that has done more than for 52 than this man right here. That's right, I'm toting my own horn. I'm tooting my own horn. That's right. You see it. I'm tooting my own horn. There's not another person that's done more for 52 blocks than your man Lyte Burly. Systemized it. Systemized it. Certified people. Spider Burly, certified 52 block instructor, can break it down for you. Back when they had no breakdown of it. They had no system. That's what Mr. Burly did. And that's why they hate me. That's why they hate me. Because I'm doing what they wanted to do, but they ain't have the cojones. They ain't have the cojones. They ain't have the balls to pull it off. To step out on stage in front of the world. Take the challenges. Over 10,000 hours of sparring. Golden Glove champions. MMA fighters. My new MMA fighter, Lumberjack Burly, he out there just boo-bopping people. I told him on this second fight, I said, yo, listen here, Lumberjack. There's more riding on this fight than you think. You know, my ability as a teacher is riding on this fight. So I need you to go out there and put that man to sleep. And guess what? In the second round, sleep. He beat him into the canvas. He was smushed into the canvas. Like a Looney Tune cartoon that just got ran over by a truck. You remember the Looney Tunes when they got ran over by a truck, they just be smashed? That's what he did to the opponent. That's what he did with that Burly information. He beat him into the ground. Sleep. And now my haters ain't doing none of that. They ain't got no fighters. They ain't fighting. They ain't sparring. They making videos just being mad. Wile E. Coyote vibes. Facts. Oh, he says not just 52. It's your respect, man. Salute. For sure. I show respect to all. I'm not with the disrespect. What up, GOAT? Salute, fam. I'm not with the disrespect. He said Lyte Burly used to be right next to the Kid Capri mixtapes. Oh, that's big. You put me next to Kid Capri? Oh, man, salute. He said, you're a good teacher. I'll be peeping you. Thank you. Teaching and fighting is two different arts, people. Let me tell you. To be a good fighter and to be a good teacher is two different things. It took me a minute to master the art of teaching. But luckily, I had a lot of young students that believed in me. Because the teacher-student thing is symbiotic. The teacher needs the student needs the teacher. They are symbiotic. A teacher without students is just a man talking to himself. A student without a teacher is just a warrior that has no direction. He doesn't have the information. He may have the heart. So when the student meets the teacher, great things happen. But to be a teacher, you have to know the art of teaching. Yes, I've had great teachers. Wilson Pitts, Roberto Shaw, Mr. G, all of my cousins from Queens, Ski, Hines, Goo, Stack. I had some good teachers. I had men that really invested time in me. See, that's what real men do for other men. When another man invests time in you, he's giving you his experiences, his information. Priceless. Information is priceless, baby. You can buy a car, but you can't buy good information all the time. Real information is priceless. Plus sparring partners. Facts. Is it possible for your demeanor? Hold on. Let's see what he's saying. Is it possible for you to demonstrate the full body armor block? Oh, I don't do the full body armor block. That's Ramel making stuff up. He don't know where the full body armor block is. He don't know. You know, he made that one up. But yo, martial arts is a made up thing. Most techniques are made up. I'm not knocking anybody for it, but I don't do it. You know, I'm not doing that. You know, I got certain names for certain blocks and I can break those blocks down. But the full body armor is something that he did that he hasn't demonstrated. He don't even make videos no more. I done ran those people into oblivion. It's like a foot race. At first, they was right behind me. Then I look back, I'm the only one in the race. Yes, time is our most valuable asset. Yes, it is. Something you can't get back. And you never want to look at your time as wasted. Time is never wasted. Even when you're not doing nothing. You know, time is only wasted when you have accepted failure. When you have accepted failure and can't move on, you're now wasting time. Yeah, it was definitely a ride style type of thing. That's the only time you're wasting time. If you're learning and the road is hard and bumpy and it seems like the night is never going to end, you're not wasting time. You're going through life. Life is a bumpy road. Life didn't promise you a smooth ride, it just promised you a ride. And a lot of us get caught up in the fact that this ride is not as smooth as I want it. But it's not going to be. You get moments of smoothness, and then it goes back to the bumpiness. Where can I get the Buddha bees? You can get Buddha bees, you know, you just type them in. I don't sell them, but you can find them on Google. You put in Buddha beads. They got the I don't know the people that made it. They're geniuses. Whoever made it. If you talk to them, tell them Lyte Burly said thank you. But you definitely can look it up on Amazon. There you go. Metal Face put it up. Amazon self-defense chain. You can find the Buddha beads. Real good thing. Like, you can get on the plane with those. I got on the plane with my Buddha beads, and I dare somebody to try to take the plane. As soon as he say, we're taking the plane, boom, I'm gonna hit him right over the head, put him to sleep. You ain't taking nothing but a nap. That's all. You ain't taking this plane. You finna take a nap. Boom. Because you can get right on the plane with him. Right on the plane. That's how beautiful that weapon jewelry is. It's genius, people. Black and white, snowing, low stance, camera batteries giving up before you do. Yep. Through the ice, all of that. All of that. I put in much work, man. I put in much work, and I look back at the journey, at the trail I done carved out, and I'm proud of it. Got to take the good with the bad. Both contribute equally to the character of a man. Salute to that. Yes, they are metal. Heavy metal, too. Yeah, check that out. Get you some Buddha beads, people. So, yes, I have many haters. But let me also tell you something about haters. If you read your 48 Laws of Power, it said if you ain't got no enemies, go make some. You heard that? If you ain't got no enemies, go make some. Because you know what your enemies do for you more than anything? Help keep that sword sharp. Because as long as you know you got enemies out there, you keep that blade sharp. And that's right, I keep these blades sharp, people. I keep these are ready to go on a moment's notice. Like I told the boxing scholar, you catch me outside, you get a hospital bed. You catch me outside, you get a hospital bed. That's right. You don't get a chance. If you don't want to go the regular way of sparring and all of that, you get a hospital bed. Because when you catch me outside, you get all I got. That's all. You're going to get all I got. You're going to get the dragon. You're going to get the brass knuckles. You're going to get whatever I got. Don't think it's going to be a boxing match. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Just because you train boxing, they think just when you get in a street fight, I'm going to be looking for a referee. No, I may steal off on you. Boop! While you talking, hit you with the big right hand, then the hook. You may not even get a chance to see no 52. He said, I ran up on Lyte. I wanted to see Skull and Bones, and all I seen was a left and a right. And then I woke up in a hospital bed. Yep. Because this is real life, people. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? But what I teach you can apply to real life. I'm not just teaching sport boxing. Yes, I have fighters that are sports fighters that want to be professional fighters. There's nothing wrong with that. But even if you caught one of these professional fighters at the store and try to take his bag of chips, he gonna hit you with the same thing he's been trained to do with in the ring, except he ain't gonna have no gloves on. It's really gonna hurt you. It may even hurt him, but it's gonna hurt you more than it hurts him. Because I teach fundamentals. I don't teach all of those funny techniques that may or may not help you. You got all of these guys running around teaching techniques and no fundamentals. How is that possible? How is that possible? You cannot give a man a bag full of techniques with no fundamentals. You know, it's like Krav Maga. I hate to hate on it, but they give you a bag full of techniques and no fundamentals. I've seen some of their fighters. They suck. Their fighters suck. They close their eyes. They haven't mastered how to keep their eyes open, see in traffic, be calm under pressure. There's a whole lot of things that happen to you when it comes time to fight. Chemical reactions, spiritual reactions, all of these things are happening. And if you don't have fundamentals, those things are going to jam you up. I can't just give you a technique and say good luck. That's why the Kung Fu hustle is as big as it is. These guys are out here selling techniques, not fundamentals. Burly never let us down. Time is only wasted when you have accepted failure. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's the only time it's wasted. When time is wasted is when you have accepted failure. He said, if you out drinking, if you train the box, you should be able to defend yourself. That's right. That's right. It ain't like you need a referee. I got people talking like, yeah, but a boxer can't do nothing in the real fight because there ain't no referee. What? What? Lil Jon voice. What? What? I had to go in my Lil Jon. Like, do you hear the insaneness in that? Like, a professional boxer needs a referee. No, if he in the street, he punching you with fundamental punches. If I put this left hook on your groin, I put your nut sacks up into your throat. If I hit somebody in the groin, you're in trouble. I may have just took away your ability to have kids. Because I'm throwing correct punches. I ain't throwing no haymaker punches. I'm throwing real punches that I've trained, that I'm corkscrew. So if I hit you in the groin, it's over for you, kid. You might as well move into a monastery or go adopt a child because you ain't going to have no more kids. I'm going to give you I can't even say the word. Somebody say the word. Hysterectomy. There it is. I'm going to give you a hysterectomy with this uppercut because I'm punching correctly. So why these fools think just because they're training in the ring, they can't translate that to the streets is crazy. It's crazy. We seen what Mike Tyson was doing. We seen what Zab Judah was doing. Yes, boxers don't wrestle and grapple, so grappling can definitely be a part of the thing that slows up their game. But if they put them hands on you, oh my God, because they know how to throw punches right. They ain't slapping with their punches. They turn them joints over. They bringing it from the ground. Kinetic linking. That's what it's called, kinetic linking. To bring power from the ground out through your fist. They've learned kinetic linking. Just like a golfer. He knows kinetic linking. He's bringing power from the ground. Boop! Hit a ball 300, 400 yards. That's kinetic linking. That is a fundamental thing that you can learn by practicing. So you meet one of these guys out in the streets that's really training, you're going to get that work. Don't think just because they put on gloves, they can't transfer the bare knuckles. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Even a kickboxer, just because he kicking bags don't mean he can't kick your head off. And a wrestler, same thing. It's muscle memory. These guys are building muscle memory to react under pressure. That's right. Ain't no rules in the street fight. So the man that knows how to fight, is he less or more dangerous? If there's no rules in the street fight, the man that knows how to fight, is he less or more dangerous? I'm going to lean towards more dangerous. He kicks you in the head with a good shin kick, and you ain't never been kicked before, it's going to be a world-changing experience. Life changer. Game changer. See, this is why they mad at me, because I bring the real. I bring the real. I ain't going to take you out on no kung fu hustle. I ain't going to mislead you, telling you can do 18 moves in one punch. It's like, throw a punch. Now when he throw the punch, I go here. I grab the fist. Who leaving their punch out there like that? Even the man that doesn't know how to punch, he propeller swinging. He ain't leaving no punches out there. He windmilling. Haymaker. He's a maker of hay. He ain't leaving this punch out there. You ain't got no time to catch the punch, flip it, roll him over, hit him with the monkey paw. You ain't got no time for that. Fight is happening on milliseconds, people. Milliseconds. See, and this is why they mad at Burly. Because I'm messing up their money. I'm messing up their ability to fool you into thinking they know how to fight. And a lot of these guys, they ain't training. Guess what they always say? Well, I was a bouncer. I was a bouncer. Like that seems to be the one field of work where they go to learn how to fight without actually practicing. I was a bouncer. Like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Everybody's Patrick Swayze now. Everybody's Patrick Swayze. Stop it. Stop it. Go train. Don't be fooled by these charlatans. That's why they mad, because I done pulled the cover off of this. Bunch of charlatans that ain't never fight in their life, or maybe had 1 or 2 fights, and then they out here trying to teach people how to fight. You need to stop it. Go put some time in the game before you want to run out here and teach these young men these bad techniques you teaching them. But that's why I'm hated. That's why they spend their time trying to get me off of YouTube. They spend all of this time, they actually out here working. They putting in 4 or 5 hours a day to try to figure a way to get Mr. Burly off of YouTube, and it still hasn't worked. Been 15 years, man, and they still ain't come up with a good plan. They still ain't come up with a good plan. They ain't going to face me. They know, because they don't want these, baby. I'm surgical with these. You see how these punches turn over? Look how these punches turning over. They don't want none of that. Yeah, don't swear in the chat. No, they already got me on the borderline. They got me on the borderline. They don't understand fighting people you've never did. That's right. I ain't do nothing to them. But just being myself rubs them the wrong way. See, that's how you can tell these beta males. See, beta males get rubbed the wrong way just by you being you. That's right. Just you being you can make a beta male feel some sort of way about himself. You know what I'm saying? But us alpha males going to be alpha. And when I mean alpha, I don't mean that you have to be the leader. I'm going to break down what a real alpha man is. A real alpha male is a man that stands up for that's responsible and accountable. That's it. That's it. You ain't got to be the strongest dog in the junkyard to be an alpha male. You just have to be responsible and accountable for your actions. That's what makes you alpha. What makes you beta is excuses. Not trying to explain. Sometimes there's room for explanation. Sometimes there's room for explanation. But two things powerful men don't do. We don't explain and we don't complain. 2 things powerful men do. We don't explain and we don't complain. Explanations are good for breakdowns. But sometimes explanations could be on the borderline of excuses. You ain't trying to make excuses. So you don't really have to explain yourself. You have to explain your technique or your breakdowns or your teachings, but you don't have to explain yourself. You are who you are. But you be responsible and accountable for the good side and for the things that you do well and for the things that you do bad. Hold on 1 second. My phone is trying to stop this good lecture by trying to get weak on me. Let me get my charger. Hold on 1 second. That's right. Even my phone trying to hate on me. Let me put this in here. No, you won't. Even the phone trying to hate on me. I ain't gonna have that. Yeah, my camera, my phone life just be dying. You know when the batteries get too bad and they can't hold your charge like they used to, they start going out on you, but we ain't gonna have that. So, as I said, beta males use excuses. Alpha males accept it. Like if you did the crime, you do the time. If you did the crime, you do the time. When police come, you ain't crying. You know you was out there doing what you was doing. You accept the punishment. You accepted the reward, right? If you accept the reward, you must accept the punishment. So that's all alpha and beta is. Other people may explain it a different way. I don't know. But my explanation of alpha and beta is alpha, responsible accountant, beta, all excuses. The dog ate my homework. They one of those dudes back in school. They was trying to tell the teacher the dog ate my homework. That's why I didn't do my homework last night. Beta. Beta. Alpha male, he ain't do his homework. He tell, listen, I ain't do my homework. And don't think that if you're beta, you can't elevate the alpha. Yes, you can. In some of these places, they say a beta male has to stay a beta male. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe you can elevate. Just like a fat man doesn't have to stay fat. He can go to the gym. He can get a better diet. So I don't believe that you can't elevate. I believe there is elevation. But it's up to you to put in the work. It's up to you to put in the work. I've had beta male tendencies myself too that I had to shake. That's a part of life, people. That's a part of life. But you can elevate. That's why they called enlightenment, ascending. People that got to enlightenment, they wasn't born enlightened. They had to get there. They had to elevate. So yes, beta can become alpha. Alpha can become beta. As an alpha, you can go backwards. You can forget your alpha code and become a beta male. That's all it is. Alphas don't have to be leaders. Alphas can be followers too. A good follower makes a good leader. So I don't know how anybody else breaks it down, but this is how Mr. Burly breaks it down. Alphas can become betas, betas can become alpha. But it's up to you to try to stay the course. Responsible, accountable. You take your punishment. If you mess up, you take your punishment. I've messed up with women, messed up with money, messed up with life, but I'm accountable for it. And being accountable means understand your mistakes and try to do better. When you know better, you do better. What he said, when you know better, you do better. Once you gain that self-awareness about your beta tendency, it's all about accountability and correction. Boom, the P. West in the room. Boom, the P. West just dropped the bomb on us, people. Say it again, P. West. They ain't hear you. Say it again. It's accountability, people, that can raise you to the alpha level. It's responsibility, people, that can raise you to an alpha level. A man that got kids and he ain't taking care of his kids, beta. A man that has a family and he refuses to work and get out there and work for his family, beta. A man who refuses to learn how to fight so he can protect his family, beta. That's it. That's it. Responsible and accountable. R.A. Responsible, accountable, can elevate you to the alpha status. Everything after that is all learning. But being an alpha isn't about just being the leader or being the dog with the biggest balls. That don't make you alpha. You can still be a beta. You can be the meanest junkyard dog in the junkyard and be beta. You out there just snapping at people for no reason. You're beta. Calm down. Relax. See, your Uncle Burly gonna give it to you real. That's why they hate me. That's why they want me off the platform. But they can't. Like I said, they got my channel demonetized, but they can't stop this information. Because universally, I am a force of nature. What about a Sigma male? Now, I've been hearing about this Sigma male thing. And I think that's just, I did some research on it on YouTube. And to me, we used to have a different name for this Sigma male. It was called the Lone Wolf. The Lone Wolf is a Sigma male, is what would be classified as the Sigma male. Because he's one that goes without the pack. But the Sigma male is still alpha. Or he could still be beta if he's not responsible and accountable. Just because you're willing to go do it alone doesn't make you alpha unless you're responsible and accountable. If you're responsible and accountable, then you can be the Sigma male. But all of these are just titles and names to get the understanding of the fundamentals. See, being responsible is a fundamental. Being accountable is a fundamental. Those are fundamentals that you have to have. That's all it is. Then you can put a label on it. But alpha, beta, sigma, all labels trying to get you to understand the higher you and the lower you. Yes, we all have the capability of the greatest good or the greatest evil. Do not sit here and think you're too righteous to do something wrong. Don't even get it through your head. My teacher once told me, he said, man, if you live long enough, you'll be the good guy and the bad guy. So don't be pointing fingers at the bad guy. We all want to point fingers like bad guy, bad guy. Some of these bad guys make the best good guys, though. I've seen it. Some bad guys make the best good guys. So don't point your finger. Because we know what they say. When you point your finger, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Do not get too righteous in your mind to believe that you are above being evil or a bad man. I was a bad man from the Badlands. It's a part of life, people. It's the journey. That's why they said don't get too crazy about the destination. Understand the journey. Don't get too crazy about the destination because it's more about the journey. It's more about the journey than the destination. See, death is a destination. Life is the journey. Let me say that one more time. Death is the destination. Life is the journey. Be more accountable and responsible for the journey, not the destination. Because we all going there. We all going to get to the destination one way or another. But when they're talking about you at your funeral, they won't be talking about the destination. They're going to be talking about your journey. What did you do? How many people did you help along the way? How many necks did you step on to get to where you was at? That's what they're going to talk about. Is your journey. And was you responsible and accountable during your journey? That's what they're going to talk about at your eulogy. They're not going to talk about your destination because you're there. You're already there. Moving on to another destination. Death is a destination, and then there's another journey after that. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't believe death is the end. I don't believe death is just one destination along the road of eternity. Because we're internals. You're in this journey forever, ever. Until the universe burn out. You're going to be on this journey. And you're going to have many destinations. So don't get caught up in the destination. It's the journey that's going to build you and make you a better person. It's the journey that's going to give you the ability to reach back and help other people. That's what it's about. And that's why your Uncle Burly is hated so much. Because I bring you this type of information that they don't want to talk about. Because they want to fill your heads up with the delusions and the dreams of grandeur. Not the real work that has to be put in. It's some elbow grease that has to be put in. You know how hard it is to learn how to fight? It's not easy. And understand that you always didn't know what you know. That's right. The information you have, you got to pass it back. You got to get that information ain't yours. This information I have ain't mine. I have a duty to give it back before I take my final destination. Before I reach my final destination, I have a duty to give this information back to the people that are still in the living, that's still on their journey, that can help them along their journey. That's what I do, even with my fight information. My fight information isn't just fight information, because the greatest fight that you're having is happening inside of you, not outside of you. The greatest fight that you're really waging is happening all inside of you. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting the man in the mirror. You want to know your toughest fight? Go look in the mirror. And that man that you see reflecting back at you, he's your toughest fight. Not another man who's standing in front of you. Your toughest fight is you. You learn how to fight you, you can beat everybody in front of you. You can win wars without firing a shot. You can win knuckle fights without throwing a punch. If you fought the war inside of you, if you won that war inside of you, you can be the winner of all you survey. Like Mayweather, undefeated. Because then you'll choose your battles wisely. That's what they mean by choose your battles wisely. But you can't choose if you're still engaging in a civil war against yourself. If the civil war inside of you is still raging, mind against body, body against spirit, spirit against mind, you can't face anybody else. Damn, they demonetized me. I can't even get a super chat. That's right, Lord J-Mo. That's what they try. I'm telling you, they trying to see Lyte Burly off of the thing. They trying to see me up out of here. But I'm going to get my monetization back. They said April 9th, I can reapply. You know, my haters that tried to do the community guideline strike, you're failed. Failure. You failed. I caught on. I caught on to what you was doing, using my reaction videos. But check me out on Rumble. Check me out on Rumble, people. Everybody in the chat, check out my Rumble, because on my Rumble, I'm going to be putting up my reactions that you can't put up here on YouTube. And then I'm going to start a Patreon where I'm going to do my reactions that they can't give me a strike for. You know what I'm saying? LB on Rumble. Check me out on Rumble, people. I'm going to be putting up the spicy reactions. The bloody ones are going to Rumble. See, YouTube can't do nothing with Rumble. On Rumble, we rumbling. We rumbling on Rumble. So check me out on Rumble, please. If you want to see those reactions that I used to bring on YouTube, check me out on Rumble. Because my haters, they want to use my reaction videos against me. So I put all of my reaction videos on private. What you going to do now? Even the ones that got 200,000 hits, I put them on private. That's right. That's right. It's nothing. It's nothing. Because, see, I'm going to outthink you all of the time. See, that's why, you know, in the fight, I be beating these dudes up. They're too stupid. they're too brain dumb to keep up with Lyte Burly. I'm too smart for them. Yeah, we migrate. We go in the Rumble. If you want to, I'm going to be putting up reaction videos on YouTube, but they're all going to be on the board type of reactions, meaning sports fights, things of that nature that my haters can't get me a strike for. You know, yeah. I'm still going to be reacting on YouTube. But if you want those spicy reactions, check me out on Rumble. And I'm putting all my videos up on Rumble because I'm monetized over there. Hands up, chin down, Rumble, young man Rumble, a good one. Like, do you think boxing needs a commissioner overseeing the sports like UFC so we can get the fights we want? I think so. But there's too much money involved. You know, the commissioners of boxing used to be the mob. They was the commissioners, and I still believe the mob has a hand in boxing. Yeah, because there's a lot of money. Listen, any place where there's a lot of money, there's going to be a lot of foolery going around. There's going to be a lot of corruption where money is changing hands. When money is exchanging hands in big numbers, corruption is soon to follow. We can't help it. Like I said, people have the ability for the greatest good or the greatest bad. And when there's a lot of money, there's going to be corruption. So boxing is always going to be corrupted. And we're probably not going to get the fights we want because it's a money thing. But we may get some of the fights that we do want. What's the oldest person I trained? Like 65. 60, somewhere between 60 and 65. I trained the old dude. You know, you're never too old to learn. Can you share a link? Oh, see, this is why I respect you. He said, can you share a link to the Cash App? Dink, put the Cash App link in the chat. It's money signs, Jamar, Jamar, big R, Clark. Money sign, where's my other phone at? Hold on, let me find my other phone so I can share the cash app. Yeah, that's what we're going to do right there. See, that's what we're going to do. We're going to share the cash app. There we go. Mr. Dink just shared the cash app. And to know it's me, you'll see my picture. That's money sign Jamar R. Clark. If you want to drop me a cash app to keep this channel going, because they done demonetized me, go for it. You know, $1, $2, whatever you can spare. All donations are appreciated and respected. Salute. Salute. I appreciate you. Because yes, they're trying to find ways to bring Lyte Burly down, but they can't. And I've named the names. Master Cheese, the Boxing Scholar. There's a few of them. They change up their screen names. They be changing up their screen names. This is how girly they are. They got to do different screen names. How to win the war within. You got to go in there and fight the battle. Mentally, spiritually, physically. Physically, you work out. Mentally, you read books. Spiritually, you learn to have a cause, to have a just cause. Because life is bigger than you. And you're not the only one that, you know, life is bigger than you. So, sometimes you have to feed life. See, that's the spiritual. When you start understanding these things, you start defeating the wars. Mentally, you got to read. You got to take in information. Read books. Read as many books as you can. Go on YouTube. Listen to David Goggins, Earl Nightingale. There's a lot of dope people on YouTube. I wish I had YouTube when I was young. There's a lot of dope information on YouTube, man. Even listening to lawyers to find out your rights against, you know, police when police pull you over. I didn't even know about the ID thing, that they couldn't ID you unless you committed a crime. I was a criminal and I didn't know that. See, how am I going to be a criminal and you don't know the laws? See, that's what's wrong with most criminals, and I was one of them. We was committing crimes, but we didn't know the laws. See, a real criminal knows the law. He knows the law books. He knows his constitutional rights. So that way he can be a true criminal. See, but we didn't. We wasn't told that. We were halfway criminals. Because all we thought about was crime, crime, crime. Breaking laws that we didn't even know, that they can use against us. See, if we would have knew the laws, we could have stopped a lot of unjust things happening to us, even though we were criminals. See, a true criminal knows his laws. See, this is what I mean by fighting the war, the civil war that's happening inside of you. And then let's get me started on emotions. Emotions? Emotions are some of the most dangerous things you wield. Your emotions are dangerous. Unchecked, it will ruin your life. Unchecked, your emotions will ruin your life. Unchecked. I'm not saying don't have emotions or be emotionless. I'm saying unchecked emotions will ruin you. I was there. I'm still in the war. Don't think this is a war that I've won yet. I'm still in the war. Speaking of criminals, what's your thoughts on the rapper from Bronx, K-Flock, just got indicted by the feds? I don't know the whole backstory, but I'm going to tell you like this. When you get the attention of the feds, you got to be very careful when you get their attention. When you get their attention, you better be ready. You got to have lawyers ready to go. You got to be ready. You got to be willing to pay for the best lawyers, because their hit rate is like what? 98% chance of sending you to jail? You got a 2% chance maybe of beating the feds on trial in the courtrooms. See, when the feds come for you, they do their homework. That's why the feds have such a great hit rate, because by the time they come for you, they've done their homework. They know who you are. They know your first grade teacher. They know your girlfriend's name. They come with information. So anytime You get their attention, you better be ready to do it. You better be ready to go the whole 9 yards. Because they know who you are. They know who you are. Best thing to do is not commit crimes, people. I'm going to tell you. If you have to, it should be leading you, the path of being illegal should lead you right into the legal. That's right. You should be taking that dirty money, investing it into something that can bring you clean money. You don't take clean money and make it dirty again. This is what these idiots are doing. This is what most of these rappers are doing. They're getting clean money and going to buy drugs. That's butt backwards. That's butt backwards. No, you don't make clean money dirty. You make dirty money clean. That's what the mob used to do. That's what they called it, laundering. That's where the word laundering comes from. Trying to take dirty money and clean it up. But you don't take clean money and make it dirty again. That's idiotic. And that's why the feds come, slap them up, and take them away. If you do have to commit these crimes, if you are getting illegal money, your next thought should be, how can I clean this money up and get away? Because you got a clock over your head. You got to beat the clock. You got to hit the buzzer beater. You got to hit the buzzer beater. You got to be out before they come for you. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Jewish people. Do you know Jews were down with the mafia? The Jews had one of the best hit squad. It was Murder Inc. Murder Inc. was 4 Jewish guys. They came up with something called the Z-Knot. They was taking people out. But look at them now. They own banks. They own infrastructure. They did right. That's why a lot of people mad at them. I ain't mad at them. I salute them. I salute them. Man, listen, I salute them. They took dirty money, made it clean, never looked back. Now look at the Italians. They stayed with the dirty money. Feds been cleaning them up for years. Cleaning them up. Because they want to stay with the dirty money. No. The minute that dirty money start flowing good, you have to start thinking about how you're going to clean yourself up before they come get you. Before they come get you. Because best believe they coming to get you. It's law of averages. They coming to get you. Somebody going to slip up. Somebody going to tell. Look at YSL, Young Slime and them. Look at Young Thug. He had clean money that he made dirty. Now look at him. Ain't no retirement funds in these streets. Get out and go is the way. That's right. That's right. Ain't no retirement funds. Ain't no Social Security. Ain't no 401ks in these streets. Ain't no 401ks in these streets. You know how many of my brothers that I hustled with that got years in prison now? I'm one of the testaments of the people that made it out. Not that I was unscathed, but I made it out, people. They can't put a hand on me right now. Why? Because I'm committing no crimes. If teaching 52 blocks is a crime, then throw me under the jail. Because that's the only thing they're going to get me for, is making young men better. If they ever turn that into a crime, then I'm guilty of sin. Making young men better. Making men better. When that becomes a crime, then I'll be in trouble. But for right now, I'm retired. The Kennedy family, from bootlegging to look, I went to say the word, and it didn't even come out my mouth. But you know what I mean. You seen what he said. Bureaucracy. Well, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's what happens when you start smoking. I'm killing brain cells here, people. But it's all good. But he is correct. They were bootleggers. Malcolm X was Detroit Red before he was Malcolm X. Listen, we all have a path to walk. But enlightenment, getting to your higher self, is the key to life. Find your higher self, because there's a higher you and there's a lower you. You have to go from your lows to your highs and never look back. And never look back, people. So, I don't condemn criminals, except for the ones that's doing the crimes that are heinous and that they need to be stopped. And you know what crimes they are. I ain't got to say them here because they may flag my channel again. But you know the crimes that need to be stopped. And that's why we have to do it the right way, correct? You have to find the right way to grind. And believe me, they're out there. There's so many different ways to make money. You're in a capitalist society. You're in one of the best, you're in the strongest nation on the planet. You can get this money. You can get this money legally. There's legal bags all out there. It's just if you're going to put in the work, the time and the effort to go get it. Because it takes work to go get those legal bags. But you can do it. Crime is not the easiest way to the bag. Don't believe that. They say criminal is not. It's the hard way to the bag. It's actually the hardest way. It's easier to go legal. Yeah, it's easier to go get the information. You know, become a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. You know, whatever your field is, you become the top person in that field. You work hard to be the best shoveler, hole digger. You be the best at it. Become the best one. Become the best hole digger you can be, and they're going to have to give you the bag. He said, LB, I don't smoke marijuana until I go to work. I take one puff, and when this happens at work, I smile and keep it moving. That's right. And when BS happens, that's right. You using the ganja to cover the BS, because yes, there's BS at the workplace. You take 2 pulls and you laugh at that BS. The BS roll off your shoulder like water off a duck's back. That's right. You can use the ganja that way. That's right. That's a smart way to use the ganja. That is a smart way to use the ganja. But I just wanted to use this time to let you know Burly is back. Coffee and Mary Jane is back. The Cash App is going to be dropped. So if you want to send donations to the Cash App, because they done took away my monetization for now, but I'll get it back. For now, I told you, April 9th is the day when I can reapply. And my haters, you can't strike the channel no more. It's over. The only way you're going to stop me, you're going to have to come confront me with these. You're going to have to bring these. That's right. You're going to have to bring these to try to stop Mr. Burly, and that ain't going to work either. That's going to be a bad decision. I'm telling you right now, that's just going to be a bad decision. Whether you get beat up from me or I send in one of my young warriors to get you. And right now, my young warriors are hungry. They starving. They starving. So you come after Mr. Burly, you're going to have to get up in there. You have to get up in there with one of my young warriors. Think the Professor Wrench Gang just dropped the Cash App again. Donate to the war fund, because this ain't going to stop. Coffee and Mary Jane is back. Mr. Burly is back. We back on our game. I got videos lined up that I ain't even released yet, that I'm going to start releasing. You know what I'm saying? Paul versus Fury. Who you got? Paul versus Fury. Yo, all I'm going to say is that Tommy Fury is carrying a lot of pressure. If he loses this fight, he's going to put a stain on the Fury name. He's going to put a stain on the Fury name. So the pressure is riding on Fury, not Jake Paul. Because if Jake Paul loses, what are we going to say? Well, he faced a real boxer. You know, that's what we're going to say. He faced a real boxer. So the pressure is on Fury. I'm pulling for Fury. I'm pulling for real fighters. Not saying Jake Paul ain't a real fighter, because he trains for real. That's one thing you got to give Jake, is that he's really training. So I ain't going to take that away from Jake. Lord J-Mo, I always say I'm going to go live more. I am going to go live more. I'm telling you. Lord J-Mo is right. You know what I'm saying? I always be saying I'm gonna go live more, and I ain't keeping up to my lives, because I be running around. But being demonetized and seeing how much I rub my haters the wrong way, I'm going live more. It's going down, Lord J-Mo. I promise you. Cross my heart. I promise you, I'm going live more. I'm going live more, because I see it ruffles feathers. It makes them mad. And anything that I can do to ruffle the feathers of my haters, I need to do more of. So I'm going to be going live more. Tank versus Garcia. I got Tank, but Garcia ain't going to be no walk in the park. Garcia ain't gonna be no walk in the park. So I'm definitely going live more. I want to find out, I need to get some Pacific days where I go live, but I'm definitely going to go live on the weekends. What I'm wanting to do is release all my videos during the week, go live Saturday and Sunday. So that's what it's going to be right now. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'm doing the live. During the week, I'm going to be dropping the fight tip videos, my reaction videos. See, that's a schedule I can keep up with. Because going live every day is pretty hard because I'm running around, I'm teaching, I'm training myself, I'm smoking weed, I'm forgetting stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be going live. So right now, at this point of the live, we need to break down some information. We got to break down some information, people. What would I be if I didn't break down some information? So what's some information I can break down? 5 different ways to throw the jab. Thank you. I want to go into motivational speaking. I think that's a good field for me. I think motivational speaking is definitely a good field for me. Yeah, Garcia is definitely much taller and quicker. Tank is a monster though, but Garcia has a lot of bad habits he needs to work on. All right, so let's look at 5 different ways to throw the jab that I can do because I ain't really got a lot of space. One jab you want to master is your quick jab. Right here at the top of right here, next to your eyebrows. Let me put my eyebrows right here. You snap it out. That's your quick jab. You snap that joint out, you bring it back even faster. That's the quick jab. You want to master your fastball. You know, fastball meaning your retraction. Your retraction. Not this. And then you retract slow. No, that fastball snatch, you got to snatch it back. That's what makes it the fastball. Then you have your double jab. Ha, ha. Put it in his face 2 times. Yep. 2 times. Yeah, yeah. Put it out there. Then you have your pump fake jab, where you, pump, put it out there. You make him think that jab is coming, he does something, then you hit him with the real jab. You have your circle jab, that I like to call it, where you bring in the circle and stab. Mayweather does it a lot. Circle, stab. Why the circle? Because your brain cannot ignore round-shaped motions. Your brain can't ignore round-shaped motions. That's why the circle jab works, because your brain can't ignore it. So what we have the fastball. We have the double jab. We have the circle jab. We have the pump fake jab. What else? What other jab? The catch and give jab, where you catch his jab and give it back. Catch, give back. So there you go. You see, I'm breaking down some information for you. Fastball, double jab, pump fake jab, circle jab, catch and give jab. Now your jab is your most important weapon. So there's many ways to throw a jab. There's many ways to throw a jab. I got more. I'm actually writing a book on it. I'm going to break down 10 different ways to throw each punch. It's going to be a digital download on my site where you can get it. And these are just blueprints. You may be able to discover different ways to throw these punches. And that's good. And that's kudos to you. Kudos to you if you can come up with different ways to throw these jabs. I'm just laying the basic blueprint that you can follow, that you can add on to. But no. When I jump on these lives, you're gonna get one to grow on. You're gonna get one to grow on, and then you're gonna get some information on how to protect yourself. And you're gonna get how to stay in your alpha frame. Be responsible. Be accountable. Being responsible and accountable is also knowing how to apologize. Being apologetic is also being responsible. If I've wronged anybody in this world, I want to apologize to them. If they're on this chat and they're watching, I apologize. The flick jab, see, there you go. From the lead, skull, and bones, you can flick jab off your lead, skull, and bones. Yes, many ways to throw a jab. But if you're doing the work, you'll always discover more ways to throw this jab. So I'm not going to keep you too long because we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Lives are now Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going live. All during the week, you get reaction and fight tips. Because that's what we do around here. Burleyism is here to stay, people. If you see one of my haters, slap him and tell him, you can't stop Mr. Burly. Hands up, chin down, rumble.